5. Noticing spelling and punctuation. Spelling and punctuation are essential when giving a speech. By spelling and punctuation, what you say will be easy for the audience. If spelling and punctuation are not noticed, then what you're saying might be ambiguous and vague. No longer will the audience be interested in what you have to say. Therefore, always be mindful of the spelling and punctuation so that your speech will be judged by the audience. 6. Deliver the speech with it has it still relates to delivering a speech in a calm manner. So handle the details without any haste. Get ahead of yourself to read it slowly but thoroughly to a desired target. If you read the speech in a calm, unhurried manner, it will be easier to accept. When speech is controlled and hurried, it is difficult to understand or even more likely to be wrong in pronouncing the speech. So handle your speech calmly without haste as long as it is acceptable to the audience. Okay, next 7. Say hello to audience before you start a speech on the subject. It will be wise to address the audience first in a kindly way, like saying good morning or solution on stuff. Addressing the audience is an important matter to draw attention from the outset. By greeting an audience first can make a very good and potentially significant impression on what you will present to listen. Therefore, greet the audience in advance as a first step toward their attention. Number 8. Start well. Smell everything that is good has to start out well. So start for speech by putting a cinch smell on the audience. It does almost the same as addressing the audience in order to get the attention of the audience from the outset and to add a pleasant impression. Throwing a smile at the beginning of a speech encourages the listener's chance of liking the way you do the speech. So take a good step from the start so that your speech can produce something maximum. Next, number 9. What's duration? Reading a speech is supposed to be quiet and reading it in detail at all costs. Time spent, however, should be kept in mind when writing a speech. You must not ignore it until it seems to interrupt the appointed time. If you neglect the predetermined duration of time, it will affect the audience assessment because of a lack of discipline regarding the most efficient use of time. So always pay attention to the time in which your speech can be judged by a audience, especially in the event of a speech reading contest. 10. Stenoric and commenting when giving a speech out ace or are new. Therefore, always show the best in front of an audience, one of which is the body position. The posture of a speech has to stand up to make it look dignified. No slouching or unflattering others' position. Structure writing the right speech. Number 1. Opening greeting in general of Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The narration of the image can begin from which has the headset position, such as the example. Terhormat Presiden Joko Widodo beserta wakilnya, yang terhormat Kepala Desa Cepu beserta saudariku yang saya sayangi. The asking giving. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin, kita haturkan kepada Allah Subhanahu wa taala atas segala nikmat iman, Islam, Quran serta nikmat kesehatan dan segala nikmat yang tak pernah berhentinya diberikan kepada kita semua. Hingga sekarang ini, hingga kita dapat berkumpul dan kembali berjumpa dengan bulan Ramadan yang mubarak ini. Next, content speech. Creating a good and correct speech text related to this content can be adjusted to the theme. We will take On this example is just Ramadan, and we will tell how to end Ramadan. The month of Ramadan is a month that we use to the best of our ability will be multiplied. Do not waste time and benefit from the remnants of this day with complete obedience to God. Trying to stay in a practice, removing the clean timely, correctable 8:3, closing this section of the conclusion is quite brief. It can give a conclusion to what the text of the speech is, or it can also be about the invitation or the call. Then make an apology for the things you want, then say salam.